We are connected.
I felt the same thing.
There's a couple who very much helped to keep me alive and sane and happy through the weirdness, and that's Jeff and Sandra.
There are a lot of great guitar players, and then there's Jeff Beck. Beck shot to fame in the late 60s when he was handpicked to take over for Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds. But after he was let go during a US tour, he didn't let that hold him back. He instead recorded some hit solo singles and went on to form his own band, the Jeff Beck Group, in 1967. Often praised as the greatest guitarist of all time, Jeff Beck's passing comes as a shock after he died suddenly at the age of 78 after contracting bacterial meningitis. The legendary guitarist will go down in rock history, and many are mourning the loss, like his good friend Johnny Depp. Beck and Depp first met in 2016, bonded over their love of guitars, and they've never stopped laughing since. Before he passed away, he had a close bond with Depp, and the two spent a lot of time together. Depp even lived with him during his famous defamation trial, and they later went on tour together. They had a really tight friendship, they were extremely close, and Johnny and Jeff were even supposed to do a blues album together.
I made the mistake of saying, do you want to do a blues album? And he went, no, anything but blues.
You said no.
I love the blues.
I thought, oh dear,
I
I
can't
just trod in it.
What am I going to do with the blues, man? That somebody else ain't done.
I understand.
Like, you know.
It was a metaphor for a more wider, genre to album.
Right.
This is just a saying, do you want to make a blues album,
But while that didn't happen, they recently collaborated on an album called 18, which was released in July, where the 8-time Grammy Award winner opened up about his special connection with the actor. Johnny Depp and Jeff Beck had a strong and mutual affection for each other, both praising the other's character and musical talents. I haven't had another creative partner like him for ages, Beck said of Depp at the time. He was a major force on this record. I just hope people will take him seriously as a musician because it's a hard thing for some people to accept that Johnny Depp can sing rock and roll. Beck's family confirmed his death in a statement. On behalf of his family, it is with deep and profound sadness that we share the news of Jeff Beck's passing, the statement began. After suddenly contracting bacterial meningitis, he peacefully passed away yesterday. His family asks for privacy while they process this tremendous loss. Johnny Depp was at the bedside of legendary British guitarist Jeff Beck shortly before he passed away and has been left totally devastated by his death. Depp even referred to Beck as a brother in the past. It's an extraordinary honor to play and write music with Jeff, one of the true greats, and someone I am now privileged enough to call my brother, he said after the release of their music video for This Is a Song for Miss Hedy Lamarr.
There was a knock on the door, and it was somebody saying, Johnny Depp would like to meet you. Fine, okay. I didn't really know him. I knew that he was Jack Sparrow, and I had never seen him in the film. He was just, I could probably straight away, he laughed and didn't stop laughing.
The 8-time Grammy winner is survived by his wife, Sandra Beck. The pair married in 2005 when he was 61 and Sandra was 41 in Tunbridge Wells with Sir Paul McCartney among guests. Sandra designed the album cover artwork for Beck's collaboration with Depp, which features the pair as teenagers on the cover. Beck was ranked 5th in Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time and has been described as one of the most influential lead guitarists in rock. He is often called a guitarist's guitarist. Several stars have paid tribute to Beck following his passing. Rod Stewart wrote on his Twitter, Jeff Beck was on another planet. He took me and Ronnie Wood to the USA in the late 60s in his band, the Jeff Beck Group, and we haven't looked back since. He added, he was one of the few guitarists that when playing live would actually listen to me sing and respond. Jeff, you were the greatest, my man. Thank you for everything. R.I.P. Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger also tweeted, with the death of Jeff Beck, we have lost a wonderful man and one of the greatest guitar players in the world. We will all miss him so much. Beck won 8 Grammy Awards and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, once with the Yardbirds in 1992 and again as a solo artist in 2009. Beck told The New Statesman in 2010 that he'd insured his thumbs and fingers for $8.5 million after chopping off the tip of his left index finger making stew. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's all from us today, and we'll see you in the next one.